Okay, probably the last one. Well, this is great fun already. It's like, yeah, just a very unclear, it's not quite the right word. Like you've got third harmony and it's falling down and landing and then falling down again. And yeah, skittering obviously is the kind of feel of it. It's diddle-diddle-diddle, but it's not so even as that. Yeah, so it's like a ball that is rolling on a surface and then clatter, 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 falls down, and then it rolls on another surface and clatters down onto another one. Another sort of retro beat, this doom ticka doom ticka doom ticka doom ticka doom ticka doom ticka doom, almost feels like a sort of country shuffle kind of thing. But it's probably not going for that specifically. Stranger, just shouting out. Stranger. And we've got, yeah, something like that going on there. I don't know, C sharp minor. In the dark room. Really, the only thing that is reliable here is that drum beat, which is relentless. Everything else sort of feels like it's being thrown about by a storm. Just whoop, whoop, just changing in pitch and changing in EQ, like the brightness on the sound comes through at different times. Yeah, we've had them a few times in the other songs, but they felt more cheap and a one-off, but here it feels kind of part of what's going on, have these stops every 4 bars, and we have made more of that, which I'm very glad about. It's a strange thing, but it works. We make something together. Yeah, so with that falling down thing, we've got something like that going on in the bass. So we've got the one thing clattering down and the other thing very steadily rising up. Yeah, it feels like, I mean, it's the strong voice. It's quite a fun melody, that fifth jump. And then it goes a bit higher and then it falls down. Yeah. It's a nice bit of melody, and she's really giving it more than is common. It's a little bit of a flip, so it's not like a full belt kind of sound, but she's still giving it a lot of power. Just bleeding out the pressure. Okay, and we're getting more of an actual chord sequence now. Again, another pause. Okay, so that pause there, or that stop to a lot of the music, has led us into a new section where there's nowhere near as much music, but we can still hear that going on in the background. We've gone even higher than previously on this album, and yeah, into a different part of the voice, but still with that passionate edge. Some kind of warm guitar, like a low bass, like a mid kind of range bass guitar, maybe an acoustic bass, and a piano, and then some synths. And a first inversion bass, which clear piano melody just on each beat, nothing too complicated, maybe a little too simple. But of course we can't stay with that. This is well within the expected remit of this album based on the first track. We're keeping with the drum groove more than I might have expected, but really we're having hard textural shifts on like every 4 bars. Not every 4 bars, but commonly. Or what's going for a hi-hat there is more of just like a noise kind of so we get that and that's disappeared in this next bit, but the kick drum is carrying on. It feels like a second verse. We've got that da-da thing because we've already heard that intro to the chorus, haven't we? The Fools. We've already heard that once, so we don't need the drop for it this time. It still might have been nice, but we don't need it. It's actually kind of effective just to plow on forwards. And we've added in some new counter melody here again, haven't we? Again, this chord progression, such as it is, it's kind of what we had on the previous track with those, except it's in C sharp minor. Yeah, very old style chord sequence. Has a real sort of lament feeling to it. It's nice with those synth chords, the giving us another rhythmic level again. Okay. Now we've raised into that. We've still got that in the bass, so we've got our sort of majory positive sounding bit with the E and the A chord, but it feels like we've still got the bo-do-do-do of the C sharp minor in the bass. No, it's actually doing something else. Well. Something like that, not quite that. Might be that. Yeah, it's almost imitating the high melody, the piano melody. It was piano last time. No, it's not piano this time. It's just one of those synths that sort of feels like a lighthouse sort of pulse. I've been talking too long. Like a lighthouse, pulsing out a little bit of light in the dark. You get a lot of those in the Subnautica soundtrack as well. That middle voice, again feels more free than the other ones, and it's doing interesting things. Thicker texture here, isn't there? Oh, and yes, we've moved from the major chords. We've moved back to the C sharp minor chords, C sharp, B, A, and B again. So that's interesting. It's almost imperceptible. Like, so if we take it as like the E main for this and this, then it's like we're going to the relative minor, which is a very close connection. And yeah, it was almost imperceptible there, wasn't it? At least for me. Fun with the vocal breaks there. Hi! Oh, can I do it there? Hi! I can definitely break there. I knew! Yeah. Conquer! No, it's not for me tonight, but the point is that it's going up into the higher range just for a moment. Alanis Morissette's really good at this. Like, if I do it lower, conquer, something like that. Conquer. Just for little moments. I don't know if it's intended, but it really adds the sense of stress or intensity onto the vocal performance if it's so powerful that you can barely even keep your voice from quivering all over the place. Yeah, so it feels like that you're pushing that lower voice, and then just it has to give way to the more comfortable, sweeter voice up at the top. And it's almost ad libs here, isn't it? These are different bits of melody to what we've heard. Oh, and a sudden drop. What is this? Well, suddenly we're in B minor, doing the same kind of sequence, but on an entirely different, like some kind of feels like an old video game synth here. Okay, and that's actually B major with an A there in the melody, showing us a mixolydian again. Is it? No, because we know it goes down to G in the thing. So we're just in a kind of warped, shifting modal mess. Vocalist, I can tell that. I mean, if it isn't an amazing change of timbre there for FKA Twigs, unbelievable, and multi-layered, layered on top of itself. We've got some more sort of milk bottle kind of sounding drums as well. Yeah, the texture has just completely shifted to something entirely alien. Yeah, so 3 major chords, very prog rock. Yeah, just entire shift. Totally different ending to the rest of the thing, other than we did have those 3 chords going down, but it was a minor chord to start with, whereas we clearly got a major chord there. Yeah, even the rhythm is, I think, slightly slower, the tempo.